Hey folks, welcome to another deck profile from Regalia and Chill. This is Nelson Vincent, and he's going to be showing us his deck list for what?
His Book of Light. Basically the ruler for all the Will of Hope guys. I mean, it's really fun.
And we just had locals today, and you placed pretty well.
Yeah, I went 1-1-1.
What did you face against?
I played round 1 against Mikage, round 2 against Lumia Burn. The guy just had a bunch of burn spells. And round 3 I played against Lumia Flicker Hook.
Alright, so it seems like you did pretty well. Nothing too fancy, but let's jump into it and see what's in this Book of Light deck.
So the Book of Light deck it's really cool. It has White Energize, and you can flip it for X. And the ruler side says I can play any Will of Hope using any color. So it really does not matter what color I decide to play in my stone deck. And whatever I flip over, it lets me bring a Will of Hope from outside of the game, being from my side deck or banished. And whenever the ruler I brought in leaves the field, it flips back over. It can't be destroyed, and the only way you can possibly kill it is if you final forfeit Black Moonbeam, or then it has no stats.
So it's basically like Fox, except with Will of Hope resonators, so you can play them from your remove from play pile or your extra deck or side deck. My bad.
Exactly. And what I found out on the hard way earlier today against in last round, I flipped it and he had Dawn of the Earth, which banished it, which I thought at first that it just flips back over, but apparently it never hits the field. So I just stayed on the J side and it was stuck like that.
Yeah.
It was a bad time. And yeah, here's what it looks like. It's pretty cool. It has all the fairy tales for the most part. Kind of pissing me off that Black Gallus is there. Onto the main deck. I'm playing 3 Millium in the main deck. This gives barrier to all of your Will of Hope with +2/+2, and it has Seal 5, which gives itself barrier.
It's this. It looks like the strongest card of the deck. Like
it could be considered the boss monster, but it's
like all your Will of Hope gain attack and defense off of it, and barrier is just kind of.
And people tend to forget that.
It's kind of ridiculous.
It's really cool. And then I played 2 of the Dark Atlas. My favorite one for other reasons. She drops down. It is really good against Resonator heavy decks because it just removes every Resonator from your opponent's graveyard from the game. She gets +1/+1 counters for it. And when she leaves the field, you get 100/100 Shadow token when she leaves the field for every counter she had.
Alright, no, that's good for decks like Fox and
exactly.
I guess more control decks that rely on the graveyard to come back.
Yep.
I guess with Tree, it's kind of.
I mean, if you do it to Tree, you're kind of helping her out to a
I guess you could
degree.
side it out, yeah.
Yeah. And then I play 4 zeros.
Ooh.
Your opponent can't draw more than once during their turn, and cards cannot be bounced to your hand. I mean, your Resonators can't be bounced to your hand, so it makes Captain Hook useless.
Nice. Definitely, it definitely solves this.
And
it's good against Blue and Charlotte.
And it's quick cast.
Yeah, absolutely.
A 2-drop 6/6 quick cast that does all that. That's insane.
Yeah, no, I like it.
So then I play 3 Amaterasu's Got a Light. She's Inheritance 3, gives target Resonator +8/+8, and from the graveyard I can rest 2 white and rest 2 Resonators that I have that are recovered to bring it back tapped. Okay. So what I tend to do is I'll bring it back in the end step, because that way when I draw for turn I have more creatures on board. Then I play 2 Arthur, because he's huge, and if you bring out Arthur, you definitely have Millium on board with the Seal Broken, and just you have Arthur with barrier. You have not Arthur, Millium with barrier. You have Arthur just forcing you to smack into him. It's
a beatdown lock.
Yep. And I play 2 Glorious, another 3-drop quick cast that says when it enters the field, you destroy a Resonator that does damage, or it's just a J Resonator.
It's J Resonator.
Yes, J Resonator.
You can J Rulers.
Yeah, it also has another fire ability which you never really use.
What it gains how much in first strike?
It gains +2/0.
Okay, so it just gains 200 attack and first strike.
Yep.
Still pretty useful because a lot of decks right now are not using Moonbeam because there's a lot of uninteractive ruler decks going on. Like the new Yaga Drasil and Persea is less is being less used right now just because of that. The
And
matchup.
more people are using Trace, so Black Moonbeam is useless against that.
Yeah, and like other control decks that don't necessarily.
And then here
flip.
comes, and this is I play for the which I think is the MVP of the deck. So, so when he's a 2-drop 4/4. When he enters, I look at the top card of my stone deck, and if it's basic, it comes in untapped.
Oh, all right.
And all the stones in my stone deck are basic stones, so I'm always plussing off of it.
How many you play 20 basic?
20 basic white stones. I'm trying to make them as many of them different art as possible, just to mess with people.
Okay.
And for some reason, it makes a lot of people mad when they're not the same.
That works.
Then I play 3 Light Wizard. What he does is I can tap him to make a white will that I can only use on chance, and whenever I use a white chance, I gain 200 life.
Gotcha.
He's pretty cool. I have mixed feelings about him.
Yeah, definitely, but it's kind of good that you guys have a little bit of life gain in your deck too. It makes you
Then I play
not as susceptible to burn.
I play 4 Viola. Well, she's a.
That's the win condition, isn't it? Basically.
One of them. What I did around 2 is against the burn player. He was on a 22. I had 0 on my field. I had the Inheritance Amaterasu and her in my hand with enough mana. So I just pumped the 0 to the point that he got to exact 22 and just gamed him with it.
Yeah.
So what this does is he's a 1 white, 2 colorless quick cast that says give target resonator flying barrier +8/+8, and if you target a Will of Hope, it's 1 white and 1 colorless less. Which essentially, if you play Charlotte in the deck, which I might put in my side,
it's free.
It's literally free. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's big.
So then it's 4 Amaterasu's Foresight because I don't like OTKs. This deck can get easily outpaced by stuff like Chrysia or.
Did you like 4 or did you?
Yeah, because I always
down?
see it. Like a card like this, I'd like to see. I don't mind seeing it too much.
Okay.
So I play 3 Manifestation of Power. This 2-drop quick cast. It lets me recover a Resonator and draw a card, or it lets me destroy an addition, which is always useful for like when secluded if you're gonna try and target your thing. Which
Yeah, but how many times have you attacked and then played it and then attacked again?
I did it a lot with Millium, or if I had the Viola and the Amaterasu in my hand with 0, I pump it up to 22, smack, then recover and smack for 44 damage. I can either severely hurt Tree if they're low enough to get them to deck out, or just game them.
That works.
3 Shining Strike. I'm gonna be sad when this thing goes on August 18th. But what it is, a 1-drop white, rest a target resonator, then draw a card, and it has another effect that works if my ruler has Kaji the name, which it does not, so it doesn't matter. The last 3 cards is 3/7 Winds. Only non-white card. It's free if it's your opponent plays 2 or more cards, and only card in the deck that's not white or a Will of Hope.
Yeah, I mean, I can see you creating a huge board and then just having one in your hand. Your opponent has to use usually like 2 cards to get rid of most of your resonators. So I mean,
Exactly.
It puts him in a rock and a hard place.
Stones just 20 mana. You're not going to be swinging with this guy, so you're just better off just get as many stones as you can.
All right, and your side deck options?
My side, I was playing 2 Gale Force. So she's a Will of Hope. I can bring her in with
Christine,
yeah. I can bring her in with the book when I go to flip it, and when she enters, she banishes Darkness Resonator from the game.
Yep. So whenever you're going against like Fox, they're all part black.
Fox or Mikage or something.
Yeah. Any stealth package right now that can help out too.
Yep. Then 1 Millium. I main 3, side 1. I side this one because there are times I don't have the Millium and I really need it, so I just rather flip the book. Hey, get one.
I could probably go more aggro in this deck or against this deck, so let's throw another one in.
1 Grim for additions.
Yep. And he gets bigger with Millium also, so
Yep.
it's better than Wolf.
Oh yeah. 1 Alice, the God's Art one. I'm not sure how I feel about this card. I tried it a bit, but they just kill her immediately.
I can see against a certain combo deck, you can just flip your book, pay 2, and then just be like, well, I get Alice. I already have the seal broken. I'll just call it a card that I don't want them to use right now. You can.
Yeah.
Plus, you can use the God's Art at any instant. So I mean, you can just wait.
It's like instant speed.
It is.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna test it a little bit. If I don't like it, I might cut it for a Charlotte so I can get freer chance. Well, then I play one Priscia. She's a 10/10 5-drop that kills something that has equal or less attack than her, and then she gets +2/+2 counters. She only does this when she enters or when she attacks.
Okay.
That's it for the Will of Despair. Will of Hope that I side. So then I play 2 Tsukiyomi Noble. He stops activate abilities. 2 Zero's Magic Light, because it's Magic Light, and you might want to see it more if you're going to these OTK decks. And I side into 0. 2 Magic Barrier, or whatever you want to call this. It's a 3-drop addition. Gives anything. I activated call a color. It makes all my stuff get barrier from that color.
So if you're against a lot of targeting spell decks and stuff like that, you can just side it in so your field just doesn't get affected.
I think my
by
favorite color to call with this would be blue.
Yeah.
Because it stops anomalies and most of all stops bear magic from hitting my Arthur.
Gotcha.
It's an Arthur immune to bear magic is nuts. The Guardian guy makes just 1 attack. I gotta play with my side deck a little bit, see if I bump him up to 2, and then Zero Ruler. I'll side into the Zero Ruler for the Priscia matchup.
He's not using his own right now, guys. Sorry for no actual visual of Zero.
Just enjoy the pentagram on the card. Or actually, here's my 0.
That is true. So now after looking at your deck, what do you think what do you think you would change? Anything, or like what would you tell players trying to play the deck?
Just go mono.
Just go mono.
You either just go mono white and just do what I'm doing, or just change a couple things, or just go mono green for all the cancel spells that we have right at the moment.
That's true. You can use any color to flip. Does his flip cost any light mana?
Nope.
Or light stone?
Nope. And the judgment for both books is X.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you can go any color. So yeah, definitely mono color also helps that you don't have to ever worry about Lumia hook either.
Yeah, so
they don't
really
afraid
cool.
of anything.
It was really cool because I got him to side out his hooks. He told me that because if I have 0 on board and just basic stones, hook ain't doing anything.
All right. So awesome. This sounds like a great deck to pick up. It seems like it's not too expensive either. And
no, it's not. I picked up the whole thing for under $40.
It looks fun for a nice little solid aggro deck. Millium's really strong, and with Priscia not being too huge, and I feel like it has a decent matchup against Tree with all the damage you can put through really fast, and definitely good against control decks, most likely Fox. So yeah, I would tell all the players that are trying to try something different, or they're looking for a cheap deck to start with, that I think this deck is definitely a great contender. I would like to say thanks again to Nelson Vincent for showing us his Book of Light deck, and check out more deck profiles and videos in general from Regalia and Chill. And I would like you guys all to keep watching and subscribing, and stay tuned for more.